Or still, we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
This is Archangel's Granger, by the way. So he's proven us wrong time and time again. Here we go. We are now entering the screen. This is the Celestial Palace for probably the last game of the night. Will Vietnam force a game 3? Again, they're playing it safe. Their lives are on the line right now.
Okay, so tournament life, Vietnam, they need to protect it. And right now, we do have Philippines on the blue side.
On the blue side.
On the red side.
This is what you call the change court.
The change court.
The change court.
Because you have to go to halftime.
Yes, because we did went to halftime.
Halftime.
Yeah.
But the difference is, when you win 2 quarters, you win already.
Definitely.
You don't go to the third quarter.
You don't go to the third quarter. Especially in ML.
Especially
in ML, man. Especially in esports.
Yes.
Especially in esports. Okay, so right now, both of the teams securing both of their statute shockers and giving it to their mid lane cores, which is the Esmeralda and the Harriet, which is, by the way, 2 heroes who rely so much on this early game buffs.
Nguyen here, he is just facing off against this.
He's facing off the backshot.
Okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look at Batanon. He's not phased about whatever Nguyen MH is doing.
Yeah, he is unfazed. He knows his capabilities. It's because of this backshot passive, man. It decreases your damage, your last damage every time. It's actually the best counter for a Granger pick, but more about that later, because Team Vietnam, they are now securing their first grab coin of the game, giving it to Dean. So Dean is having a great time in terms of early game. They want this they want this 2-minute push right now, but they will just disengage in the bottom side.
They're actually wasting a lot of time here into the bottom lane, Vietnam. They are planning to just give up this turtle, but Philippines doesn't really pick up on that, and they do not try to go for that easy turtle. But right now, Vietnam is setting themselves up to secure that turtle, or probably to contest.
Yeah, they want to contest it. Of course, two of the cores are now at level 5. Castro Mayor is on level 2. Din in a very good position here, just needs to dodge out the falling Star Moon and just go for the instant chrono dashes. Meanwhile, Pam not really looking well here in the bottom side.
And this is one hero that Bataanon can't do what he did into game number 1. Just stay in front of him, because as you all know, true damage is one of the banes of a backsha.
Definitely, true damage is true right now. Of course, that is the first stun hitting Nguyen number 1. Nguyen number 2 is going toe-to-toe with Nepomuceno. Nepomuceno is just going for the Stardust Dance poke. 3 minutes in, no kills yet. Arcangel is farming in the top lane. So as the carry, so as Pam. Meanwhile, that is, of course, the first time in course of a game. Dean will just disengage. That is wasted ultimates for the side of Team Vietnam.
And Nguyen, not really Nguyen, but Nepomuceno, not only for bowling, but for esports
as well.
Esports as well. Not only for bowling.
Alright, there you go. The second round of objectives has spawned, and both of the core heroes again getting it. So no actions yet in this game. They're not settling down for getting this turtle right now, Mr. Butters. Both of these teams, they're buying time for their cores to get online.
Granger on the back lines, and they will actually take out the Granger. Vietnam here having a good start. Bataano getting caught out. The wild charge will catch too. Bataano, and look at this. They're just tagging up everything but the 2 cores. Oh my goodness. Rock will go down, and that was a 2v1 exchange.
But that is a great advantage coming in from Vietnam. It secured this turtle. Let's see what Bataanon can do. Din is astonishing right now on this Harriet, unlike game number 1. Probably looking great. He can go toe-to-toe with the Cho as well, and probably with the Granger go in for the flanks. You have this glorious pathway, and of course the Revitalize to save his life. He is at almost 4,000 health points here, plus getting this turtle burn. He can actually go for another gank right now.
And Vietnam finding the right stuff to actually take down Arcangel. Earlier, they didn't really have a way to catch Arcangel on his Granger, but right now with the glorious pathway by Nguyen HD, they can just go to the backside.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Nepomuceno, he needs to move here. Pam! He will stomp Pam into the ground as Nepomuceno will pick him off. 2-2. Nice counter goal coming in from Philippines. So probably even up this economy in the first 5 minutes of our game.
Nepomuceno here just being the mid laner that Philippines need right now. He is trying to set up the tempo for his team Manjin.
Yeah, this is the wonder kid. But again, you have this Stamps, Nguyen, the very a good sustained hero here for Team Vietnam to keep up with the sturdiness of the side of Team Philippines. Team Vietnam, they're holding the line. They have their ultimates right now. They have the Glorious Battery. They have the Zaman Force. What is going to be the play, Mr. Butters?
Fam here just trying to hug out Arcangel. Arcangel here with the shots. Fam, he is just gonna get out and he got you, Fam.
He got you, Pam. Okay, so Nguyen, HT is here, just zoning out Team Philippines, but did the picture got the hammer?
Wow.
Okay, so they're stealing objectives right now. They got the Jammer and they got the Statue Shocker for the side of Philippines, and that will give them a 1,000 gold lead for the first 6 minutes of our game.
And Arcangel here might get sandwiched, but he will be using that Etsunata to get away.
Okay, and he did.
Batanon,
going for another rollout. Oh no, he is trapped. Is he tanky here? He will pop that ultimate. That is, of course, the Zaman Force to the Glorious Battery. Batanon, he refuses to die. And look at Team Philippines, they're sandwiching. Team Vietnam, Arcangel will go for the Rhapsody, but man, there's no damage. All of these heroes are now in half health, and so much for the hype. Both of them will just disengage, but as I say this, Nepomuceno will pick up one.
You scream, you shout, you let it all out, but one person dies on the side of Vietnam. Well, VIE onto the bottom lane. He is just onto the middle lane rather. He is just trying to annoy Vietnam right now and just give the Philippines the space that they need to just farm.
But speaking of space, Butters, again, Fam BT doesn't have any deaths yet. Again, he is the main answer for this type of lineup that Philippines do have. Man, 3-2 is the score. Nepomuceno, he's moving right now. That's the Glorious Pathway. Disengage coming in from Nguyen. Nice Grok block from the from Pam's Grok to negate the potential outrun of Team Philippines.
But remember, Manjin, there is no answer if there is no question.
Definitely.
Always remember that. If they cannot give a question, there is no answer.
There is no answer to the question. I did not understand that, Butters, but the game goes on. 3-2, 8 minutes in. Okay, Pam.
Pam, got you, Pam.
I got you, Pam. Pam in connect.
Nepomuceno, the bowling boy.
The bowling boy, the wonder kid, killing spree.
Oh, Tyrant's revenge. Nepomuceno here. And he'll actually go down.
That's so deep.
Right now, the bouncing ball is there.
That's so deep.
And right now, the battle of the power forwards.
The battle of the power forwards.
The power forwards.
Who is the better sustained boy? Who is the better sustained? Who has the better sustained? I mean, but man, Arcangel with the bullets. Plus the flicker, normal hit. Okay, the swag play coming in from Arcangel, man.
Arcangel being the shooting forward.
Being the shooting forward.
Expected to perform day in, day out.
Day in, day out, having 60% field goals with this Death Sonata. But as I say this, that's it, of course, an exchange, a value trade coming in from Vietnam, getting the first tower in the mid lane. So they opened up a lot of space here for them to dive in.
And looking at this match right now, we are 9 minutes into the game currently. There is only 8 deaths on the board.
Yeah.
So this game has a really low kill count.
Yeah, this is just both of the teams playing it safe, of course, but the Anon will not go for that very aggressive standing up type of playstyle due to the true damage of this carry. Of course, Pam having that Electro Flash as his emblem, he can actually get out layered in with the Glorious Pathway. So man, Team Vietnam, they do have this. Arcangel is just proving them wrong with this Death Sonatas, man.
And I just noticed that Baksha is really just a bigger slaughter site of Tams. If you would look at
you look at animation.
If you look at animation, it's a bigger slaughter site.
Plus it can go toe to toe with the Basha if you're gonna think about it, especially with the Tams lifesteal here. If he had the Bloodlust Axe, But right now, there's going to be another answer for the side of Vietnam. That is Arcangel falling down in the hands of Nguyen. Nice outplay from Team Vietnam.
Philippines overestimating themselves a bit there, actually letting Arcangel go to the front line. The glorious pathway was set, and if ever Arcangel could have went for the flicker, that's the time when Nguyen would just put the glorious pathway for the Harriet to chase after the Granger. But at the same time, you wouldn't really do that if you are kind of being careful for the side of the Philippines.
And speaking of being careful, Vietnam is indeed being careful here. Careful here. Nguyen now having the Queen's Wings on his items, so...
Which Nguyen?
Nguyen MH. Nguyen Part 2. The TAMs.
Okay.
The TAMs. So, they do have a lot of counter sustain in terms of team fights right now, Mr. Butters.
Okay, so Glorious Pathway will be set. That was a bit skewed. But right now, that's Sonata will be thrown out. Way of the Dragon is there.
That is, of course, another Way of the Dragon. Here comes Arcangel with the free hits. Nice knock-up coming in for the side of Philippines. Batman the carry with the Phantom Steps. Phantom stepping in, Phantom stepping out, proccing in the true damage. Villa will just go to the bottom lane and will confuse Team Vietnam. Vietnam still forcing another team fight. Din popping another Zaman Force. Arcangel, he is falling low.
My goodness.
That is the flicker out. Nguyen threatening him with another glorious pathway. This is Vietnam's game for the taking. 5-5. That is Dominance Ice for the Hylos to add more sustain, to add more tankiness. Meanwhile, Pam will answer in with his own split push in the top lane.
Right now, Vietnam, they got a hold of the lead. Even if Philippines has a better goal advantage to their side, they just lost control of the game. And right now, Villa is actually doubting his teammates, because the thing about it is he could just go for the push if he really wants to, but he was trying to, you know, just go for the backup.
Definitely. And besides that, Butters, Team Philippines, 4 of them are melees. And the carry, if you're playing this very well, if you position yourself very well, especially if you got your first skill going, you can just go for the kite and Phantom Step all of these melee heroes and just burn all of their life points to dust, right?
Yes. And one of the things that we have to see here is Arcangel didn't really get a good game.
Yes.
A good early game. Because when you see it, right now, it's 12 minutes into the game, but you only deal 547 damage of crit to a Grok. That doesn't spell well, or that doesn't go well for the side of Team Philippines
but
right
let's
now.
see, man, nice dodge from this Harriet to counter, go to Falling Star Moon. The camera is looking at Bam. Carry right now, here we go. But can he do that? It's where the bouncing ball, the drop will fall down. Arcangel with another detonata, but that is mega kill coming in from the Harriet. Plus that double kill, the Popoceno still at full health. But man, Vietnam is holding the line. Their tower is still alive in the mid lane. They played with the counter sustain and it is paying off. 6, 7, 40 minutes in our game right now.
Arcangel really needs that endless battle on his Granger right now. The only reason why they're not winning the fights is because they don't really have the damage. The Pomoceno, they are forced to get out, but then on the other side of the map.
But look at Bam, he's chasing Esmeralda. But of course, another monster kill from Din. And this is them setting up this Lord.
To see the Hunter be hunted right now. Vietnam, they're getting their revenge, but Dams will go down the hands of the Pomoceno.
Okay.
This prodigy is just carrying the team on his back.
The child wonder, Nepomoceno here. Probably the X factor for Team Philippines to get back. But man, Team Philippines with a counter Lord on their own. Pam right here stalking them.
Oh, Arcangel.
The Pam connection.
And Arcangel really just trying to go run, but Harriet will go down. And this is the right time for the Philippines to fight. Glorious pathway to get away. And Vietnam they just lost control
Yes.
of this norte.
And this is just the Filipino experience here, coming in from Philippines with these types of games. You just need pick-offs, right? And whenever you pick off, you immediately go for an important objective, which is the Lord. And man, Team Philippines, such clutch pick-ups there, eliminating the sustained heroes coming in from Vietnam. But as I say this, there's going to be another clash here at the Statue Chalker side. Nepomuceno lurking, going in for the Falling Star Moon, hitting tree.
Oh my goodness.
He will hit Mam, but Mam will just panic step out.
Nepomuceno!
Pick-up to the core. Nepomuceno, such clutch here. The Wonder Kid was Arkham Hill with the free hits of the Death Zone out from the side. The Harriet is now alive. Vietnam is still holding on. But Nepomuceno, there's no stopping him. He is at the unstoppable strength. Nepomuceno's game is here right now. 11-8. Man, Vietnam, they're falling low the wall. Team Philippines destroying the wall of Vietnam.
Filipinos are rallying. Vietnam will lose their tournament life. The Philippines will advance to the next round of the tournament.
And that is bronze secured.
And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd
And
goes
they
wild.
defend the land. Manjin, what
Defend
a
the land.
performance coming out from Nepomuceno there.
Yes.